Next up, we have the COSORI Electric Kettle.
Yes, you just got this upgrade.
Yes.
And it was because we went to in our vacation in the rental house. They had a little electric kettle, and it just made things so easy.
It did. Yeah. We've just been using a standard, kettle from our gas stove, which is great. It's awesome. But I noticed just like how much faster the water boils from an electric kettle versus your standard kettle from a gas stove. So I really was excited about this kettle in particular, just because it's really cool looking.
It's super nice.
And I haven't seen like a glass kettle like this. As you can see, we've got measurements here in liters if you're European, and then we've got cups if you're American.
Yeah, depending on what kind of system you're on.
Yeah.
And you can see like there's water in here, like this little condensate. It's just because we just made tea.
Yeah.
Before we started, like all of this stuff is like really part of our everyday lives. So no joke, we use this every day, multiple times a day. And it's really, really great. So Will took a really nice footage that I will bring up of this thing in action. And it just, man, the color is so neat. This is the thing that really stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
Was that when it is in action, when it's heating up, it has this nice like blue LED light, blue or purple, I don't know. It's
that's
nice.
it. I'd go with blue.
So that's how you know it's like boiling.
Right.
And then when it's done, the light will turn off. So you are very clear when it's finished without it screaming at you the way that like a whistle kettle does.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, and this is a time lapse, so it doesn't happen that fast, but it's still less than 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. I'd say in the 5-minute ballpark, and it just happens. It gets to a boil so fast, and that's enough time to finish. Like while this was boiling, I was able to make some toast, a little eggs, and then as soon as it's done, like it clicks off automatically, and I've got hot boiling water ready for my tea, for the coffee, oatmeal, whatever you have. Like it's a really great kettle, really good device to have in your kitchen. Again, multiple times a day. There are other electric kettles that have, they'll have like a little indicator light down here where like the switch is. But the fact that this whole bottom part lights up, it's just really neat. It's a really easy way to be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's still boiling. And then, you'll hear it kind of, the temperature start to increase. But I hadn't seen like a kettle as cool looking as this one that, again, you can actually see it boil. So if you've got like a kitchen with kids, they're going to love just like looking at this thing because it's just cool looking.
Yeah, it looks really nice on our counter. And there, on the product page for this one is a few other COSORI kettles. There's another one that looks like this that has temperature settings. So this one's just one temperature, like it's boil and not.
Right.
But if you're someone who like has multiple types of teas, and some of them need to be at this temperature, and some need to be at this temperature, like if you're that girl, be that girl.
Yeah.
And get the one that has those buttons there. It looks similar to this, but there's buttons on the handle. But this one for us, we're simple girls.
We're simple.
We just wanted to heat up and make our tea.
Exactly. And yeah, this lever just helps open up.
I love that.
And then you've got like a little filter in here, and then you pour your water in, close that up, put it on the hot plate device. And what I really liked about this as well is that this cord actually wraps up into itself.
Yes,
which
that
I
was
haven't seen
important.
in other devices as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we were trying the one in the rental, it had like a wire that was just kind of loose. So we're like, I don't like that. But this, like, it wraps up and, like, you can put it away if you need to tuck it away. This really lives on our counter most of the time. But
and the cord is
nice.
is fairly long, and it's only a 2-prong cord. Saw some other kettles that have like a 3-prong cord. I'm like, I don't know how much power you really need for a kettle. But yeah, this is just a nice, simple, really just effective kettle for your mornings, for your afternoon, for your teas, for your coffees, anything you need to boil up some water.
I like this kettle.
Same.